Qing Huangdi.
Oh, Emperor.
Oh. Though he built the Great Wall of China, it was an ideal defense against outsiders, but it caused many to revolt inside the country. The emperor's use of forced labor was enough to kill a million people. The death count was so high it was named as the longest cemetery on earth, which is ironic considering that the Great Wall of China was meant to protect the people and not kill them. So what's the point of building a wall that protects people from dying if a million people are going to die building it anyways? The emperor was enough of a tyrant to a point where he even set his own son to slave away on his construction project, most of whom suffered painful deaths by falling off cliff sides and being buried within the wall itself. It is no wonder that their dynasty ended so early, 15 years. Once you died, lots of people started to revolt inside the country. And you built the wall to protect people from other nations. And what you didn't think about is what if these outsiders wanted to go into China to have culture exchange, to trade. People are unified by culture exchange, and that's what the Great Wall comes in.
Daniel, would you like to say something about that?
First of all, China wasn't built that way. Yet it can be destroyed just as quickly. All around us, these tribes, we know nothing about them. All we know is that if we let them in, there's a really big chance that, well, they're going to destroy our lands, they're going to do who knows what to our people, and everything we've worked so hard to do will be all gone. So just because we think they might have a culture exchange doesn't mean we can risk them going into, well, within our walls. And also, coming back to your point of people dying, if we let the tribes in, it would cause probably even tens of more times deaths than the people who died building the wall. So as emperor, my vision is to look at the greater good, and not just dwell on a merely 1 million people.
Prosecutors, would you like to call a witness to say?
I'd like to call the witness Chen Yu.
Sorry, please state your occupation and
My name is Chen Ming. I was forced into labor in the Great Wall. For as long as I can remember, I've been working on the Great Wall for a long time. I escaped a while back, but this one.
So you escaped, right?
Yes.
So can you tell me the horrors of building the Great Wall?
I'm sorry, it's just really hard to recall. So I went to the Great Wall because my mother and my father were the very poor. It was hard for them to get along in everyday life. So me and my brother thought it would be good to work because it was presented as maybe a job opportunity and we could survive. But that was not the case. I went over there and it was a horror story. People dying every day, people screaming in pain. You don't forget that. After, I don't know, years, months, it's years. I can't remember. My brother, he died. He was one of those people. I was lucky to escape.
So you talked about escaping, right? You said this was a job, right, that you chose to go into. Then, so you're saying that you were able to leave. What would have happened if you? Have you seen people try and leave, and what was their consequence?
There was a number of groups of people who tried to escape at different times, but they'd always not even make it like a mile before they were hunted down and killed by the guards.
So my final question is, what happened to your brother? Your brother died, right? What happened to his body?
He was buried. I don't know the exact place he was buried. I visited every day.
He died for a worthy cause.
how did you? Defense may begin your cross-examination.
Okay, a few basic questions for you, and please answer exactly what the question asks. What is your name?
Chen Ming.
How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Oh, okay. What is your occupation?
Um,
What is your occupation?
I'm a builder of the Great Wall of China.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about your family?
My father and mother, the youngest, I'm their son. They were quite old when they gave birth to me, so they weren't able to support me. I didn't have a proper education, so I had to work on the wall because that's the only thing I could do.
Well, I think you mentioned about your brother being killed while he was working on the Great Wall, correct?
Correct.
Was he killed because of poor working conditions?
Yes, he was.
Well, how can you be sure? He can be killed because he was careless. Right?
Well,
There were lots of repellents in the wall. He could be one of the views.
no, he died because the boulder fell on him.
How could you be sure?
Because I was there.
The defendant will refrain from making comments.
Okay, moving on. Since you're working on the Great Wall, how do you provide for a family?
I thought that I could, but they didn't pay me at all. They forced me to work, so they advertised me that I had already that since I was building the wall, they gave me something which I think for my family, but in the end I didn't get anything from it. They didn't pay me, they forced me to work.
Well, do you want to resign from your job?
I escaped, so that's a resignation, I guess.
It says here, I want to ask, your reason for escaping because you have poor working conditions, or is it because they aren't providing for your family?
It could be both, I guess. I escaped mainly for my own purposes, because I wouldn't survive. I escaped so I could make
So, is your point of being a witness here trying to improve the working conditions because you were forced to work and labor all day long?
in a way, yes, I'm trying to just tell everyone about what's really going on. Well, what maybe to save some of my friends that want that.
Well, then what are you implying? Are you implying that you aren't actually forced into labor? That you're simply making up bad conditions and that you're being forced into labor so you receive better pay?
The key question here says that the unification of China is justified. So by straying off task with these questions about labor and stuff, like, what's the purpose?
I'm getting to a point to, yeah.
The defense will then move on to that point now.
So
Well, is this person to be trusted?
Yeah.
Because, jury,
Yes, because he has agreed to tell the truth.
is this person to be trusted? He might be simply implying that about the bad working conditions only to improve his pay and the working conditions, but not because of trying to accuse Xi Huangdi of the bad oppressions on his people. We can see that his brother was killed, and his point of being a witness here might also be because he felt bad and felt sad for his brother, and therefore be here to accuse Xi Huangdi of his crime. I have no further questions.
Alright, you may now. Oh, wait. Yeah, you may now go back. The defense, you can now start your second defense against the second charge.
Good morning. My name is Joshua, and it's my pleasure to represent Xi Huangdi on this very important case. Xi Huangdi here stands falsely accused of the unjustified death of over 1 million Chinese workers working to connect defensive walls or the Great Wall, and it is a very serious crime. And at the conclusion of the case, I will ask for a verdict of not guilty. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the prosecution accuses Xi Huangdi's unjustified treatments on his people and making them work on the Great Wall. But what they fail to point out is the relentless danger coming from the north. And let's begin with the question, what is the Great Wall? The Great Wall is a piece of art. A piece of art that is as great as the pyramids, the Roman Colosseum, and many more wonders of the world. But most importantly,